What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to talk about with you guys, this time actually revolving around the Miami Heat, with it currently actually being reported that they could still be interested in trading, doing a sign and trade for DeMar DeRozan. It's also being reported that DeMar DeRozan can be traded to Miami as he has a strong relationship with Jimmy Butler. This is also being reported by Jabari Young. So I think this would be a pretty bad move by the Miami Heat, if I'm actually being honest here, as I don't necessarily see a way where there's, I really weigh again that they do make this decision and actually try and trade for DeMar DeRozan, as they are in too good of a position right now to be trading for a player like DeMar, considering they are the front runners to potentially sign Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, considering that the Miami Heat at the time of this video are in the playoffs right now against the Bucks, they actually got game one. At the time of making this video, they could have lost more, they could have won more, but at the time it is 1-0 Miami Heat's favor. I still feel like, the Heat, they've got Bam Adebayo, he's on his rookie contract. They've also got Jimmy Butler, who's playing absolutely insane for the Heat. Like, he's been so good through, with them throughout the whole entire season. I think that having Jimmy Butler is definitely going to be a big reason for a player like Giannis to join, considering the Heat have been so good throughout the season, and Giannis doesn't seem to be going really anywhere with the Bucks. It's been highly rumored that the Heat are the favorites, and Giannis does actually really like it and is considering it. I feel like if you've got that on, your radar, and you've got Giannis expecting to potentially join you if he doesn't re-sign with the Bucks, then there's no reason to actually go out and sign a player like DeMar DeRozan, who is, yes, still a very good player in the NBA, and in my opinion is actually still pretty underrated. But there's still no reason for going out and signing a player like him on the max contract when he's going to be 31. He's 31 years of age. He is going to be wanting close to a max deal. He is putting up 22.1 points per game, 5.6 assists, and 5.5 rebounds on 34 minutes per game. Yes, those are all good numbers, and he's definitely a very good player. But I definitely wouldn't have him prioritized over Victor Oladipo and Giannis. Now, the reason is, yes, DeMar is better than Oladipo. Well, we've seen what Oladipo can do. He definitely fits the way the Miami Heat play a lot more with, that defensive type of pressure and just the defensive system proficiency, rather than what DeMar does. And they would be able to get Oladipo on way cheaper of a contract while also giving up, barely any assets to do it. I think if they could partner up, Giannis on the max, Jimmy Butler on the max, and then do a deal where they could get Bam Adebayo on close to the max and maybe Oladipo on like 22 million, we've definitely seen teams like the Golden State Warriors pay for players like, again, and try and build this super team. Obviously, the Warriors have Steph, Clay, and Wiggins all on the max with Draymond on 25 million. I definitely feel like the Heat will try and do this with Oladipo, Bam, Giannis, and Butler. But I just don't see a way where, I don't know if they can get it done if they had DeRozan instead of Oladipo, as he's going to be a lot more, I would potentially presume. What I would see Victor Oladipo being is about $22 million, on the 4 years. I definitely could see that happening, while I feel like DeMar is going to be asking for around $26 to $30 million per season, and there are definitely teams out there like the New York Knicks who are very interested in partnering up, Chris Paul potentially with DeMar on the Knicks, that are going to offer him potentially a max. I just feel like he will most likely go to the Knicks on that max, or he'll join us a team on a max rather than potentially going on the Heat on like $27 million per season. And as just previously said, I don't really think the Heat should be looking to get a player like DeMar, especially on that price, if they could already get Oladipo on $5 to $10 million cheaper per season, and potentially, obviously, go out and get the reigning MVP in Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, again, this is a very, very big danger zone for Miami. They could either come out of this with DeMar and be in a very good situation, or they could get DeMar and be in a very bad situation, or do the most likely one, which I think would be a very good idea, is just don't sign him at all. Now, what I mean by bad situation if they got DeMar is not by losing games or anything like that, but just having not enough salary to go out and, get a player like Giannis, considering if Bam and, DeMar would also be on the max with Jimmy Butler. Getting these players, they're obviously going to have to sign and trade for DeMar in the first place if they wanted him. They would have to sign and trade to get Oladipo or Giannis as well. But again, the difference with Oladipo and DeMar is Oladipo just fits in a way better in the system than what DeMar does. And DeMar is going to be on much more money. And again, teams like the New York Knicks are going to be wanting to offer him a max. So there's just no point trying to get in a bit more with teams like the Knicks. I just think they should go out and get Oladipo or, and Giannis, or just one or the other. So, again, I've talked a lot of hate on DeMar. Don't hate DeMar at all. I actually think DeMar is a very good player. But I'm just trying to say that I don't think he's really the best fit for the Miami Heat, considering Oladipo is, again, a better fit. And he just is going to be way too much money, in my opinion. But getting DeMar, yes, it wouldn't be my preferred decision for the Miami Heat, but it's definitely not like it's the worst at all. DeMar has shown that he is a relatively good defender throughout his time with Toronto and San Antonio, and he does like to shoot mid-ranges, which the Miami Heat are not afraid to shoot at all, unlike some teams like the Houston Rockets. So, again, I don't think DeMar would be the worst option, but I just feel like there are a lot better options to try and go out and get. And I definitely feel like DeMar, in my opinion, he's worth about $26 million to $28 million per season, I would think, or maybe $24 to $28 million. But I can definitely see a team in this free agency actually very much overpaying him and getting on about a $30 to $33 million. And yes, New York Knicks, I'm looking at you. I could definitely see them actually getting him on the deal. And to be fair, for the Knicks, that wouldn't be the worst thing because they can't really go out and get any free agents in the first place. And I think Knicks fans would just be happy that they at least got someone. So, again, even if the Miami Heat are interested in DeMar and he does have a very good, relationship with Jimmy, I just still can't see them offering him more than $26 million. But I could see a team like the New York Knicks going out and offering him $30 to $33 million per season. So, again, not only do I think it's not the best decision for the Miami Heat to go out and get him, I also think that DeMar would prefer to potentially go to the Knicks on a lot more money and on that max contract. And they could obviously potentially partner up DeMar with Chris Paul and Danilo Gallinari, which they've highly been rumored to be trying to do. But yeah, anyone, to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA news and NBA content. But also don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Do you guys think the Miami Heat should sign DeMar, or do you guys agree with me that they should be prioritizing Victor Oladipo and Giannis Antetokounmpo? But again, of course, I would really like to know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. And who do you guys think that DeMar will sign with? Do you guys think that the Knicks will offer him a max contract like it's being reported that they might be willing to do? Or do you guys think he would take a pay cut to try and join the Miami Heat, potentially to be in a more contention to win a championship? Again, I definitely would really like to hear all your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. But also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/long channels. Links for them will all be in the description down below. And also definitely don't forget to go check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I was saying, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.